Hello and welcome to Daily Reflection with Aneel Aranha. Today is the 13th of July 2019. We're going to reflect on Matthew 10:24 to 33. Listen. Jesus said, "A disciple is not above the teacher, nor a slave above the master. It is enough for the disciple to be like the teacher and the slave like the master. If they've called the master of the house Beelzebul, how much more will they malign those of his household? So have no fear of them, for nothing is covered up that will not be uncovered, and nothing secret that will not become known. What I say to you in the dark, tell in the light, and what you hear whispered, proclaim from the housetops. Do not fear those who kill the body, but cannot kill the soul. Rather fear him who can destroy both soul and body in hell. Are not 2 sparrows sold for a penny? Yet not one of them will fall to the ground apart from your Father. And even the hairs of your head are counted. So do not be afraid. You are of more value than many sparrows. Everyone, therefore, who acknowledges me before others, I also will acknowledge before my Father in heaven. But whoever denies me before others, I also will deny before my Father in heaven." The Gospel of the Lord. Okay, it's been a while since I last asked a question, so here's one for you today. When is the last time you spoke about Jesus, or even mentioned his name in a group of non-believers? Probably never, unless it was when you were breaking the second commandment, do not take the name of the Lord your God in vain. Remember that one? But other than that, probably not. Let us take heed of Jesus' words. Everyone, therefore, who acknowledges me before others, I also will acknowledge before my Father in heaven. But whoever denies me before others, I also will deny before my Father in heaven. A few days ago, we reflected upon how we might get to heaven and find the door locked to us with Jesus saying, "Go away from me, I never knew you." That is a terrifying thought, and I dwelt on it a lot. And here, today, we have one reason why Jesus might say he never knew us, because we acted like we never knew him. Now, part of the reason for this is fear of rejection or scorn, or even worse. But I've discovered this isn't the case. And this discovery started in the craziest way. This goes way back to a couple of years after my conversion. I had just started traveling on international mission. I got on a plane and took my usual seat by the window, and a Muslim woman took the seat beside me. I know she was Muslim because she had an abaya on, a burqa. As the plane took off, I heard Jesus say to me, "Aneel, talk to her about me." You gotta be kidding, I thought to myself. Talk to a Muslim lady, and that to somebody who seemed very orthodox? No way. A few minutes later, the woman struck up a conversation. "Are you a preacher?" she asked, and it was probably the cross that gave me away. "Yes," I replied, and then she began to evangelize to me about her God. It was one of the most humbling experiences of my life, having a lady talk to me about her faith while I was afraid to talk to her about mine. I decided I would never, ever refuse the opportunity again, and I have literally spoken to thousands of people about Jesus since then. And strangely enough, once people realize you're not out to convert them, they listen with more than a little interest, and I believe that many found their way to Jesus because of that. As for the lady on the plane, we spoke about our respective faiths until we landed. What happened after, I left in the hands of God, as we should, because in the end, it is up to him what happens. And that too should bring us some confidence while we talk about Jesus.